And we are getting a view back inside the Crew Dragon Freedom. You see Rayyanah Barnawi there, as well as the pilot John Shoffner. Onboard Space Station NASA astronaut Steve Bowen is continuing to step through those procedures to get the hatch closed, the APAS hatch rather, closed here shortly. Once he does that, that will wrap up our coverage, our solo mission coverage here in Mission Control Houston, but we'll be back on the air to cover undocking as well as to cover undocking with SpaceX and Axiom.
Station Houston on the big loop. This is for Steve. You are go at 5.3 to close the APAS hatch when you get there.
And Houston Station just completed the hatch seal inspection, and I am going to close the APAS hatch.
We copy.
And hearing that Steve Bowen has inspected the hatch closure and has the go from the ground to go ahead and close up that APAS hatch. Once those hatches are closed between both Freedom, which already is closed, and the APAS hatch will create that vestibule. Currently, it's at the same pressure of the International Space Station, just above 14 pounds per square inch, but we do need to get it all the way down to vacuum. This depressurization is a very methodical process, which takes about an hour. Here in Mission Control Houston, we'll continue to monitor that while we're off air. And you do see that APAS hatch is now closed. We are still on track for an on-time undocking today at 10:05 a.m. Central this morning. So with both the Crew Dragon Freedom hatch closed and the APAS hatch, that will do it for us for now here in Mission Control Houston, but we'll be back on the air joined by SpaceX and Axiom for undocking coverage at 9:45 a.m. Central, so stay tuned for our coverage of that. We'll be covering the operations as the undocking occurs, and Axiom 2 heads back home after a 9-day mission in space. So until then, thank you for joining us for hatch closure coverage, and we'll see you soon for undocking coverage. This is Mission Control Houston.